Hello. Welcome to another edition of All or Not According to Jack with your host, Jack Toledano. And as you can see, I have a very special guest, Lynne Versaci.
Woo!
How the hell are you, Lynne?
Hi, how are you, Jack? And hi, everybody.
So, um, uh, so basically, Pete invited us to his Christmas party the other day, and Lynne and I hung out, and I was talking about some projects that I'd like to do. I was also speaking to Mr. Allo about something wrestling related after the new year. But Lynne and I were talking over the last few
Yeah,
days, and I
yeah.
tended to do this top songs of Rainbow, and Lynne's like, I want to do it too.
I, I know I got so excited.
Yeah, so
I got so excited when you said
sometimes,
that. I was like,
yeah.
my ears perked up. I was like, wait a minute.
So
I have
sometimes it
nothing to do.
happens just like that. Yeah. So
I know. That party was a good time. I had a really good time.
yeah, no, so did
It
I.
was really nice to hang out with everybody and get together,
Yep. And the
instead of
drive
being
home.
little squares or in my case, a rectangle.
Yeah, no, it's as somebody once said, it's nice to see real people and not talking heads, and that's all it was
Yeah.
there that day. So,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I had a good time. It was nice. So thank you for having me. It means a lot and I'm happy to be
oh,
here.
it is my pleasure. I'm so glad that you're on because here's
Yeah.
another little known fact. I told another little known fact about a week ago, but this fact is that you are the first female guest that I've had in 2 years that I did this
Yes.
show, so
Yes.
welcome, Lynne.
I'm happy to be the first.
Okay, well, thanks so much. So,
Thank
uh,
you.
before we get on with our topic of the day, which I think you guessed from my background, uh, Lynne's going to tell us a little bit about
Yeah,
what.
well, you might you look, you might
Oh,
hear this a little bit in the background because
mine's
I'm in my living room with my Christmas tree
okay.
and these two dogs protect me like there's no tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Well,
if they hear anybody outside, I mean it's over. You
oh,
know?
man. Well, about the only, so I have a dog too, but about the only thing she protects us from in our neighborhood is the cats that the feral cats that wander through our
Oh
neighborhood.
yeah, no. Actually, she's her and him are pretty violent. If someone comes in, that's unexpected. I mean, not if you're just coming as a friend, but if you're unexpected and you're
Oh,
not welcomed, they're not happy.
gotcha. Okay. Well, I love dogs, so and I have one of
So
my own.
you're all right. You're safe.
Yep, yep. So tell us what you've been up to lately. And
You and I met because of Pete Pardo and the Sea of Tranquility, and I'm grateful for that. And I love that show. And I did the Hudson Valley Squares for a while, and I'm still going to be on it from time to time. But then I had to stop for a little bit because I ran a campaign this year, which I worked my butt off for, and I won the election. So now I'm the county legislator for my district, for my county. So I'm grateful for that. I keep telling everybody I'm going to bring the
yes,
medal to politics.
that is
You know,
awesome.
actually, to be honest with you, uh, the supervisor actually said they're appointing me to chairperson for the Arts and Entertainment Council.
Oh, nice. Very
So
cool.
literally trying to bring music to my town and my county. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I'll be on some really cool committees. And I got a new business development job that I start in January. And I still bartend at Daryl's house, Daryl Hall and John Oates. I still
Oh,
bartend
wow.
there. And I work at Bethel Woods in the summer, which is the
Oh,
original Woodstock site. I do some stuff at the Capitol Theater in Port Chester, so I'm at MVP Arena in Albany. Like I'm still in music no matter
yeah.
what. Like
Wow.
I can't keep away from that. That's just not happening.
Okay. Well,
A day away from music is not a good day for me.
yep. Yeah, same here.
It's
Same.
not a good day for me. Listen, if there's no music in my day, I'm really sad.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times I'll listen to music and that. So I work from home mostly now, but I'll
Yeah.
listen to a lot of music in the background. And it's funny. So this room that I'm in, this is normally my wife's work area. So she'll shut the door because she doesn't like my metal. So
Yeah. Well, that's good.
yeah.
I mean, that's not good that she doesn't like your metal, but that's good she shuts the door.
Yeah, well, I don't like her country either, so we're even.
You know what? I love all genres. I mean, metal's my love.
Right.
I'm in starting to get into a little bit of stuff that my kids will throw on or my friends might listen to. So, you know,
That's cool.
as
Well,
long as it's got a groove and it's got a, it makes me move. I'm all right.
when my son and I are on one of our long drives, and he's 28 now, so uh, and he has a very eclectic mix, so we'll listen to each other's music, and
Yeah.
I like some of his stuff. He's more into like indie rock and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what my daughter's into. Like, if
Uh,
she does anything, she does indie stuff and then she does rap. And, I mean, but I grew up listening to like, you know, Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra and really, really Italian music. And I mean, my palette for music is just off the charts, jazz, country.
oh,
I mean, my daughter played viola, my son played trumpet, so
oh, nice.
I'm good with all of it,
Mm.
really.
My son is a guitarist and a string bass guy. Double.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Listen, I have a drum kit downstairs. I try to tool around on it when I have a minute, and I'm not good, but maybe one day.
You just keep working at it, keep it
Well,
being.
the problem is time,
Yeah,
right? I mean, to be
yeah,
good at anything, it's how to get to Carnegie Hall, practice, 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 right?
right, yeah,
So my time is spent elsewhere, and I
yeah. No,
don't have the time to practice.
yeah, no, I
So that's okay.
my
But I
time.
thank you again for letting me be here. And
Sure.
I thank you for letting me freaking listen to Rainbow all the past 2 days.
All right.
It's been
Very
rainbow,
good.
rainbow, rainbow. And I'm like, oh man, like it's just been magical for me, you know?
Right.
I
So
don't get to hear it all the time
no,
because again, I'm doing other things. So
I know, but I mean, so ideas for shows, some they just pop into my head, and I'm listening to Rainbow. I'm like, I haven't done anything about Rainbow, so why don't I do that? But
yeah.
years ago, growing and I'm a Long Island guy, and years ago, I grew up with a bunch of people. We would play street hockey every day, and
Oh,
one of my friends, he was another big music nut, and he's the one who got me into Rainbow. And I cursed myself for he's gone to see them many times, and he invited me, and I turned it down, and I'm
oh.
such a dummy. But hindsight,
With Cozy?
yeah, I who knew? But that's okay. Years ago, I got to see Deep Purple with
Okay.
one Pete Pardo when we were in college. So that
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't realize you knew Peter that long.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mid '80s, we went to Newports together. Yeah,
I love it. Oh my God. So that means we were probably all going to Joe's East West at the same time.
could be. Yeah, yep.
P&G's. Oh, that's fun. Those were the days, huh?
Oh, P&G.
Now I
Oh,
drive
yeah.
there and I pick my daughter up at like 2 in the morning.
Right.
She'll call me mom. I'm like, don't take an Uber. I'll be right there.
No.
It's
Well,
like 35 minutes from my house at
you're
like
a
2
good,
a.m.
you're a
I'm
good
like,
mom. Yeah, that's
well, rather than somebody else taking her home.
yeah. I hear you. Okay, so Rainbow. Um, so I initially started with a top 20 songs list, and then I realized, you know what? That's not enough. There's just too many good songs, and I would have ended up, and you'll see why. There were songs 21 through 25, or at least a few of them. I had to fit those in there. Otherwise,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's a ton of songs that I left out
mhm,
because honest to God, I didn't have time to listen to every single freaking album. When I pulled it up, their discography, I was like, holy shit.
yeah,
Like, holy shit. Like, I didn't realize,
yeah,
because you realize some of the popular songs, the songs you went to parties, the songs were nostalgic,
yeah,
the songs that made you, the albums that you had. And then I realized how many albums I never had,
right.
and I was like,
Mhm,
holy crap, like,
yeah,
so I didn't get to listen to them all for sure. So I'm sure you're going to have some that I'm like, damn, I wish I picked that, but
mm,
it's okay because this just means that down the road, in the next couple weeks, I'm still going to go ahead and listen to some of them
okay,
because Cozy Powell and Ronnie James Dio,
yeah. So
you know,
anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go five at a time. You're gonna give me 25 down to 21, Then I'm going to do my bottom five, and then we're going to ping pong back and forth till we get to our top song. So
Nice.
start us off at number 25.
All right.
What do
So
you got?
I, it was so, you know what? I don't really even like the whole numbering thing because I don't even think I got the numbers right, but it
Okay,
is what it is. So
sure.
number 25, I put off of Down to Earth was Since You've Been Gone.
All
It,
right.
it had to be on there. It had to be on there, you know. I didn't I really could have picked a couple other songs that I may like better, but I was like, no, this was like the staple of me growing up, you know, and it's still a fun song today. So I like that. I have number 24, Making Love. Um,
Okay.
the guitar tone in the intro is just uh, first of all, I Rainbow's definitely known for their intros. So let me say that. But number 24, I got Making Love. That guitar tone is sick.
Oh,
Number 23, again, I love how it starts. Magic with Jolyn Turner. Love his vocals. He's got really, really pretty voice in the song. Number 22, I put A Light in the Black.
nice song.
Off
Yes.
Rainbow Rising.
Yeah.
Yeah, and really, I that's my favorite record. I really all of those songs could be on here, but
Mhm.
I want to leave. But shit, that is, I mean, again, cozy. And then I got 21. I live in Munich. It's off of Kill the King,
Oh, nice.
the
Wow.
live in music one. Yeah, and again, cozy. Like cozy fucking pal. I don't
Yeah.
even know what to say.
Yeah.
um, but that's my first five. So
Okay.
I'm kind of curious to see where you're.
Okay. So 25 down to 21. So what I did, I wanted to try and be fair to all the singers, but of course I'm a Ronnie James Dio guy. But so for the bottom three, what I did was I chose probably the deepest tracks you could imagine from each of the three singers. So 25, Bring on the Night, Straight Between the Eyes by Jolyn Turner. 24, Lost in Hollywood by Graham Bonnet, Down to Earth. 23, a song that I just got into recently off of the very first album, right there, Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. Black Sheep of the Family. Love this song. Mid rocker, slide guitar, very nice groove. And that's about that. 20,
Nice.
22 is a song in the early 80s that I probably heard in my sleep between this friend constantly playing it and seeing the live concert on HBO back in the day. I'm talking about Stone Cold off of Straight Between the Eyes, Jolyn Turner. And then and probably 21 is their other big hit song of the time, I Surrender, uh, a Russ
Nice.
Ballard written tune. So
Nice.
that's
Nice. And
one.
I have to say, in listening to all this, I was like, damn, Grant Bond's got a really good voice. Like,
Yeah.
I almost feel like maybe it's not underrated. Maybe it was just underrated for me. But I feel like maybe it was a little underrated. But again, that could be just me because I was listening to other stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was nice. All right,
So,
so I'll do 20, I have Fire Dance.
okay.
Um, 19, and again, this one probably should be higher in the list, to be honest with you. 16th Century Greensleeves.
Oh, nice song.
It
Yeah.
probably should be higher in the list, but I don't know. I
Talking
went
about
crazy
that
with it.
one soon. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I went crazy with that. And then so 18, I had to put the intro for Over the Rainbow and Kill the King.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God. So again, when you first listen to the song, you hear Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and then it's bam into Kill the King. And that song's got a killer solo. Really, it's a high energy song, and you don't think so at first. You're like, da na na, and you're like,
Yeah. No,
it brings me back to watching that movie with my mom. And then all of a sudden, this freaking energy song comes on, and then this killer solo, and you're like, holy shit. So one, two, three. Let me see. All right, and then 17, I have Cold Hearted Woman from Ritchie
okay.
Blackmore's Rainbow. And then number 16, I have Eyes of Fire, where it starts with the big gong, and again, like I think Bonham had the big gong, didn't he?
Yep.
Who doesn't love a big gong?
Right. Yep.
You know, me and my drummers, I don't know. It's a
Okay.
thing. It's a thing. I can't help it.
Okay. Very cool. So, as you can see, Lynn has her Christmas tree. She wanted to display it, which is very cool.
I
I
did.
didn't have a Christmas tree, but
I'm
yeah,
such a
very
dork.
nice. I have these Christmas tree cookies instead that I may be eating while Lynn's talking.
Wait, remember we had the little man cookies the other day?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Those
That
were the best.
was
Yeah,
gingerbread.
my tree's like almost 10 feet tall, so
Wow.
maybe it's like 9.5.
How the
I
hell
don't know.
did
I
you
had to
get
get on
up
a
there?
ladder.
How the hell did you get up there with just a
A
ladder?
ladder, and I thought I was gonna fall off and kill myself. I'm 5'1", so I was like
Oh,
totally
wow.
afraid of heights.
Well,
I'm
it's
up there like
okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Don't let my kids come home and I'm on the floor like trying to hang Gene Simmons, like
All right.
no, I made it. I listen, the thing's a little crooked on top, but I do.
No, it looks great. Really nice. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. I pride myself on my tree.
very nice. Okay, so back to Rainbow.
Yeah.
Song number 20 off of Bent Out of Shape, Street of Dreams. Another song that I heard in my sleep in the early 80s.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, basically all Joe Lynn Turner hit songs.
Of
Uh,
course you did.
I was very shocked when Ritchie Blackmore, of all people, decided to go more commercial, which has prompted Dio to leave. But it's that's why you had all these songs on hit radio back in the early '80s. So yeah, Street of Dreams.
Which I loved, so I get it.
No, number 19. This is a more of a deep track, a Ronnie James Dio deep track, but I love it just the same. Lady of the Lake, off of Long Live Rock and Roll. Uh, Number 18. So this is an interesting one. So back in the day, and I basically gave my kids a musical education the right way, listening to all my classic rock and hard rock and stuff. And I had back in the day when I had a cassette tape, I yeah, it was Rainbow. So my son's looking through it and he sees Since You've Been Gone. He's like, is that the Kelly Clark song? I'm like, I know. So I'm like, no, give it a listen. And let me tell you, he heard it and his eyes widened. He's like, I think he liked it better than the Clarkson version.
Wow, wow, wow. That's pretty funny.
Of course that's the Graham Bonnet song on Down to Earth. 17, this didn't score as high. It's slower in plotting, but it's a Rainbow classic nonetheless. Stargazer off of Rising. Uh, number
Wow.
number 16, another Graham Bonnet song, All Night Long. That's uh that's the one I remember Joel and Turner singing in all those HBO concerts.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that was my 16. So back
All
to
right. So now I'm back to all right. So off Straight Between the Eyes, Death Alley Driver.
no, great tune.
And I have to tell you, that video, he's playing a driving game. Was it pole position? I don't even remember. Like, it looks like it might have been pole position. You remember that game when you're at the
Yeah.
freaking
Oh
arcade
yeah.
back in the day?
Yep.
And it was like, get ready to qualify.
Yep.
You know? I love that freaking game. You know what? I blame that game on me driving fast.
Really.
Yes, yes, I do. I do.
So
I think that's why I have a lead foot. I blame pole position.
it's funny. My father and my brother are both into auto racing. Me, not so much, but they're
Really?
really big into it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm all about fast cars.
No, so you'd love the
Probably know.
Daytona Speedway. My parents live about a mile from it. So
Yeah, yeah. I'd like to drive on the Autobahn.
oh, there you go. That works too.
My nephew was there and he told me it's kind of sick.
Wow.
But he said, unlike he lives in California, unlike California freeways, he's like, the Autobahn's actually safer because people know how to drive. They've been doing it fast their whole life.
Yeah. Well,
So there's that. But
okay.
yeah, so 15 was Death Alley Driver.
Okay.
My 14 is Stone Cold
Okay.
because I remember that video and it's a little higher on the list for me. And Jolene Turner was so sexy and he was so hot in his eyes in that video. And he came around the corner and you as a girl, you were like, oh my God. It's just who am I kidding? I still watch that video and I'm like, shit,
Well, that's cool. Yeah.
I want to go back. It was fun. So a final vinyl, I got Jealous Lover for my
Oh,
13.
okay. Yep. That
Great tune.
was a single for what in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that song. Jealous Lover. I love that. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna sing
Yep.
it, but it's
No, that's okay.
it's
That
played. It's like my bedtime. I'm in pajamas.
it
But yeah, it
didn't
was
make my
good.
cut, but it's a good song. Yeah.
Oh man, made my cut. And then I have Catch the Rainbow.
Okay.
Again, but the live in Munich version again from Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow, which is freaking killer.
Yep.
And then I have Love's No Friend
Okay.
from the Boston 1981 record.
Oh, okay.
I did. I liked that song a lot. It
Yeah.
was
So
like,
you went to you looked through all the live albums too. Okay.
I did. Yeah, I did because sometimes when you hear an album and it's got the regular cuts, and then you go to the live album, sometimes the live versions are just better to me. Some
Mm-hmm.
people don't like it. Some people like the whole studio thing and the I just don't like it. I like them. I like more raw and
Right.
I don't know. Go figure, right?
Okay. So
Um,
what
and
number?
then my number, yeah, that
Okay.
was it, right? Number 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I'll stop there.
Okay. All right.
That was it. That was my number 11. Now you go.
Okay. Number 15, you already mentioned, 16th Century Green Sleeves, a wonderful song. And that's one of those songs where he talks about the sword and the sorcery and seeing the castles and whatnot. And I just love it.
Oh yeah.
Prototypical Dio. And you know what? You're going to see that as you get closer to the top, uh, my list is going to favor Mr. Dio because I love the guy. And yeah. I was really broken up when my family gave me the word that he had passed on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're like, and they're like making fun of me for it, but I'm like, come on, this guy's my idol.
Oh, I cried. I
Yeah,
cried.
me
I
too.
cried like a baby. As a matter of fact, I was just in California visiting my sister,
Hmm.
and a friend of mine sings in this Fireball Ministry. It was a touring metal band back in the day. And he actually picked me up and he actually took me to Dio's grave.
Oh wow.
Like I had to go. I was
Oh
like,
wow.
this is it. I was like, I have to go. And he did. He took me to his house. And then so where it started, and then he took me to his grave. And I was like, and
Oh,
I was like in tears it was really emotional for me.
oh, okay. Well, I didn't get to see that, but back in September, my family and I went to Ireland and we saw the Phil Lynott statue in Dublin.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would like to do that too. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
got a picture with him. It was really cool. So,
That is very cool. Oh yeah.
okay, so number 14, and I almost gave this album a pass. It's right over my left shoulder. Uh, it's the album Stranger in Us All, released in 1995 with Doogie White as the lead vocalist. So I actually glad I listened to it because I was able to fit a couple from that album in here. So number 14 is Black Masquerade off of Stranger in Us All, Doogie White
Okay.
song. Yep. 13, Catch the Rainbow. My favorite part of that song is the Mellotron mid song. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
a little more moody piece, but very cool. Number 12. This is probably the highest deep track of Mr. Dio for me. Uh, and I love this song off of Long Live Rock and Roll, Sensitive to Light.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I didn't put that one. Damn.
yeah, great
Damn.
song.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that's my number 12. Number 11 is the other song from Doogie White. It's called Silence off of Stranger in Us All.
Okay.
So what I like about that song It's a straightforward rocker, really nice. Doogie showing off his pipes, and the song actually kind of reminds me of "You Fool No One" off of Burn, Deep Purple.
Oh, and
Yeah, very,
that's a good record. I like
very
Burn. Yeah,
similar groove if you think
yeah,
about it. Yeah,
yeah. Well, that whole record off Purple's got is great, great groove.
yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, to our top 10.
Oh, man. All right. So number 10, I love the groove in this song, Snake Charmer.
Mm,
I love the groove in that song. We're talking about grooves. This whole thing was a groove. Like this whole thing is, you can't not talk about Rainbow and not talk about groove. Like it just
right.
doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So Snake Charmer's my 10. Number 9, Man on a Silver Mountain.
Oh,
And I know it's probably in your top 5, but for me it was
possibly.
it it's still up there. I mean I love it. I love that song. I still listen to it. People still go crazy. It's hey, listen, it made my top 10.
Right.
Um Another pretty intro that I liked for my number 8 was Still I'm Sad.
Oh, okay.
With
Yeah.
that really pretty intro of Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. I really
Yep.
like that song. I know it's probably not a popular song. Like not everyone's probably
It's
not like, oh
the
my God.
Yardbirds original.
Yeah, but I really like it. I really like it. And I like this better than the Yardbirds, obviously.
Right.
And number 7, I got Live in San Antonio from 1982, is the Mistreated.
Okay.
I like the video. He's got that white fringe jacket, and
Yep.
I actually went out and I bought I bought the same fringe jacket, like a big dork. I wonder if I still have that thing, but I love that song. That's a good tune.
Awesome.
And number 6, off Long Live Rock and Roll, I picked a ballad. It's called Rainbow Eyes.
Okay. Yep.
I remember back in the day, it was such a good ballad, and I would be at parties, and then they'd be like, "Where the hell Lynn go?" Like these keg parties, and you'd find me on my car, on the hood of the car, this song blasting, and I was just looking up at the stars in the sky, and
Mhm.
it's like nostalgic for me, that song. So number 6, Rainbow Eyes. And that's it. Then I have my last top 5. So
Oh, okay.
I'll
So
let you.
Lynn had her white snake moment with who's that female?
Tony,
Tawny Katane. There you go.
I'm dead. Yeah, I had my Tony contain moment. Except she's hot.
Mm,
And I wasn't wearing a white dress. I was probably back in the day wearing work boots and flannels, you
right.
know.
Okay.
But yeah, so my dog's got to go out.
Okay.
He'll
No
get very
problem.
nervous. But
So
yeah, I had a Tony Katane moment at a
there
keg
you
party.
go. Okay. So while you're doing that, my number 10 is the title track off of Long Live Rock and Roll.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Drop the phone.
Nice.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my.
There you go.
Listen, when you have dogs, you got to do what you got to do.
But you know what? It's probably their rock and roll all night song, but I love
Oh
it
yeah.
anyway. You know what?
Yeah, it's probably one of those songs when they have to play it live, or when they had to play it live, they were like, "Oh,
But
this
you know
again."
what?
But
Every band should have one, and that's theirs. And you know what?
yeah,
I still love
yeah.
it. Number 9, I think you mentioned this already. Death Alley Driver, uh,
Oh,
off of Straight Between the Eyes. Love that groove. Uh, and you know what? Jolin Turner, he's equally good, and not just with the hits, with the harder, faster rockers, and that's just
yeah.
one of them. I do have a couple others that we're going to talk about. Number 8, you mentioned already, A Light in the Black, off of Rising. Number 7 is a Jolin Turner off of Difficult to Cure, and I love this song. Can't Happen Here. Da-na-na-na-na.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Oh, that
I
is,
didn't even put that down.
yeah. Oh, that's, I just love that riff. That is just a killer riff.
Yeah, I didn't.
Uh, Number
Um,
6, and this one is the last of the Jolin Turner songs. This is the opener of his concerts in the early '80s, Spotlight Kid. So
Oh,
you were talking about Dorothy saying we must be over the rainbow, and then
yeah.
goes into a little guitar distortion, and then he goes into dur, 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 dur. Oh, awesome song.
That's killer.
So,
Don't you love just getting lost in the music? You
oh,
know,
heck yeah.
there's
My
nothing
family
like
don't
it. Like,
understand me, but you know what? It is what it is. So,
I know whenever people go, oh, you don't drink, you don't party, what? I'm like,
yeah.
dude, throw on some music. I get lost in that. Like, that's my thing.
Well, I have people telling me you don't look like a metal guy, and why do you listen to that loud noise? I'm like, you know what? I think your rap music's noise, and I think your
Yeah,
country,
yeah.
you know,
No, they don't understand it. Maybe they just
no,
don't understand it.
no, it's
And I
like,
think if they sat down and they had the lyrics in front of them, I think that maybe they would get it, or at least maybe some of it.
but also Jack Black explained it in what's that movie? School of Rock. It,
Yeah,
you never lose it.
yeah, I agree.
It's always a part of you. Yeah.
I agree, 100%. I mean, I remember, God rest my parents' soul, but they used to go, "Oh my God, you're still working concerts. You're still going out. You're still. When are you gonna grow up?" Never.
Never. No, you
The
can't.
answer is never. I'm never gonna not go to a concert. I'll be the 78, 80-year old if I make it that long in front of mosh pit,
Yeah.
like not in the mosh pit. I'll be against the barricade. I don't care. Like
Right.
I
Well,
can't.
I've been told that same thing that I'll be in my rocking chair, tapping to the beat, and what
Yeah, yeah.
I hope.
Sitting on my front porch with my cane. Get off the grass. Metal music blaring from my house.
Hopefully, I'll still be able to play guitar. My fingers won't be too arthritic.
Yeah.
Oh, nice dog.
Sorry.
What kind of
He's
dog?
he's he's a black lab. But he's
Oh,
up my butt, literally attached to me. So
nice boy. Yeah.
he's like, Mom, why are we not laying down yet? He's like,
Yeah.
aren't you ready to go to bed?
Yeah. Well, you can't, doggy. Lynn's got to give me her top five.
That's right, Chase. Top five coming up. All right, I don't know where this came from. Let's see, my top five. I'm so psyched for these. Ready? All
Sure.
right. So my number five, because I love Joe Lynn Turner. I told you that was my thing in the 80s. Street of Dreams.
Okay.
Haha. Live at the Budokan.
Oh, nice.
Live at the Budokan version.
Oh, okay, great.
Yep. Um, and then my number four, which you already mentioned, was Long Live Rock and Roll.
Okay,
You
cool.
already mentioned that. So um, yeah, every party you go to, every concert, they play that song and everyone's just going nuts.
Yeah.
Like you said, everyone's just going nuts. It's a staple. Everyone's going crazy. Number three. All right, my top three. So, holy shit, this is, first of all, Rainbow Rising is my one of my favorite records
Yes.
of all time in general. So, Terra Woman, right?
Nice.
So the synthesizer,
Yeah.
when it starts, it just gives me goosebumps. I mean, when
Yeah.
you put on Terra Woman, and if you don't get goosebumps in the synthesizer, you're dead.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Right.
It's goosebumps, right? And then my number two, and I went back and forth with my number two and my number one. I did for a little while. I was like, no, maybe that's number two. No, it's a um off Long Live Rock and Roll. Gates of Babylon.
Nice.
I
Awesome.
mean, it's like eerie. The intro is like a little eerie,
Yeah.
and then it piques your interest. And then, oh my God, freaking Cozy on the drums. Then Ronnie comes in,
Yeah.
and it's just magical and just, ah. Again, and listening to Ronnie James Dio for me is magical anyway.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, the guy just had this thing, he really did. So
Right.
Gates of Babylon, and my number one of all time, off Rainbow Rising from 1976, is Stargazer.
All right.
That's my number one.
All
I mean,
right.
again, the intro. First of all, the drum intro from Cozy on that record. I mean, on that song. It's to me one of the best intros. Like I just can't.
Right.
I'm a
Okay.
huge Cozy fan,
Oh, very
so
nice.
I'm really excited. It's funny. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and my friend Lou. He's a drummer. He gives lessons and stuff, and he says when he's got his young clients coming in and they're like, "Hey, can we learn Stargazer?" He's like, "Fuck yeah, yes, we can learn
Awesome.
Stargazer." Like
That-
he gets excited. So Lou, that one's for you, which I thought was pretty cool. But again, I just that record's
I,
insane. I
I
wish
would
I could
imagine
play it.
that's hard to learn. So my brother, who lives in North Carolina, he's a drummer, and he's in one of those bar bands that but they and he told me he's had a hard time learning how to play the beginning of Hot for Teacher.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would imagine he would.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could see anybody trying to play the beginning of Stargazer having
Yeah, yeah,
no
I
chance. Yeah,
can't even imagine. I'll just sit back and watch, you know? But,
yeah,
yeah, that was my number one, and it's funny because I actually, was at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center, and I met Ronnie James Dio backstage, before
nice.
we had cell phones and all that stuff, and,
Wow.
he's a little guy, like I'm a little girl, and, I went up to him and I said, "Listen, I just have to ask you a question." I said, "Do you ever get intimidated because not just in the business, but because everyone's bigger than us."
Right.
Well, first we talked about the Maloik, right? I was talking about the thing. And then he said no. He said, to be honest with you, he said, I never get intimidated. He said, I'm the one that does the intimidating. And so ever since that, it gave me like, you know what? Yeah, he's right. Just because I'm short doesn't mean shit, like
Yeah.
so
Yep.
I think ever since then I had like this, I don't know, it's like Ronnie James Dio power where it makes you kind of feel good, you know?
Yep. Awesome.
So
Well, I hope it
there's
gave.
my
I
let's
hope
hear
it
your
gave. I
yeah.
hope it gave as good as he got with Ritchie Blackmore. So
Yeah. Oh my God. Are you kidding
yeah,
me?
yeah.
All right. So what is your top five? I'm dying to know.
Okay, so uh I peruse Facebook every day, and this friend of mine responded to this question where somebody said, "What's a riff that you never get tired of, and you know it's going to lead into a great song and yada yada yada?" For me, it's "Man on the Silver Mountain."
Oh shit.
Yeah, I taught myself how to play that lick on the guitar. It's awesome.
Sit down. Sit down.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm
that's a
sad that I
song.
didn't pick that song.
I thought you did earlier. No?
Did I?
Yeah, you might
Oh
have.
yeah, I did. All right.
Okay.
Maybe it should have been in my top
Uh,
five though.
That's a song that never gets old for me. I just love that powerful lick that Ritchie plays in the very beginning, and it just hooks you in, and that Ronnie's golden throat, and what more can you say?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
number
exactly.
four, I don't know if you picked number four. It's off of Rising, the song Starstruck.
Oh, okay.
Love that song. Yeah.
I didn't pick it. No, I didn't pick
No,
it.
I love that song. The lady starstruck. She's got
Yeah,
the
that is a good
panda.
song.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. So very much like you, my number three was also Tara Woman. Love,
See? Freaking
yes,
A.
and I love where it starts to go dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun,
Yes.
and then it goes into that furious riff. I
Thank
wanna
you.
know. Yeah, great song.
See, we're like this, you and me.
Yes, you're gonna like this even better. Number two, Gates of Babylon. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
we had the same number two.
yeah. Well, number
Oh, we
one is
rule.
different. This is number
That's all
one is
right.
the quintessential Rainbow Dio song for me, "Kill the King."
All right. Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
And I didn't pick that at all, but
that's
I
uh
should have. I
that's
should have. Should have been, maybe it
furious
should have been
riff,
26. So
furious riff slash Hammond organ. I love that Hammond organ sound, and
you know what? Who doesn't freaking love a Hammond organ
yeah,
sound?
yeah, it's just amazing. But
Yeah.
my son jokes about that all the time. It's like, how do you like the Hammond organ so much? But I just do.
Yeah.
John
You
Lord,
know what? I do too. I actually
John
like him
Lord
music.
made me fall in love with it the way he played it. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally like on the freaking rainbow slash Dio
Mm.
coaster right now, you know?
All right.
I just am. I just am. It got me so psyched. Like I said, I think I listened to Gates of Babylon
Right.
probably 5 times in the last 2 days because it just I had to keep going back to it. I was like, what number should that be? Oh no, wait, Stargazer. Oh no, wait, let me listen to this.
Right.
Um, but yeah, thank you so much. That was
Oh,
such a
sure, no
great freaking
problem.
assignment.
So I thought of a future project. So one thing that I did, and I don't know how familiar you are with Symphony X. So
Yeah, yeah, I know Symphony
I
X.
am a big fan of them, and especially their singer Russell Allen. So I put
Mhm.
together this project where I took everything he ever did, put it into a playlist. Now that didn't garner a lot of views, but you know what? I'm thinking of doing the same thing for Ronnie at a later
Ooh,
date.
I'm in.
You got his stuff from Rainbow, his stuff from Sabbath, his solo. Uh, I'm even willing to grab his stuff that he did with Elf. So
Yeah, he's
yeah,
I tell you, I cried at that freaking grave.
yeah, I'm sure.
I did. I cried at that grave. I was like, it just sucks that someone who's
Yeah,
so amazing.
yeah.
It sucks that a lot of people that are so amazing are gone too soon.
Ironically, one of the only concerts I ever saw at the Chance was Dio
Yeah,
back
yeah,
in I think the late '90s, early 2000s. I saw
yeah, yeah,
and I
yeah.
got
Just
treated to basically all everything he ever did, which was so cool.
yeah, yeah. Good person, good human, great vocals. His
I also
and
remember,
like I said, his the stuff he did right before the metal, like
yeah.
when he dressed up in those suits and stuff, like he was still good back then.
Right.
You know,
I also remember it was hot as balls in that theater that night, so they actually let us stand on
it
the
was always hot as
fire
balls.
escape there. Yeah,
Yeah, it was always hot as balls in that place. Always. It could be dead of winter. If that place was sold out, you're like taking clothes off.
yeah.
You're
That's
like, all right, I'm just gonna go naked.
go.
I'm sure you couldn't, but most of the guys did. Most of the guys took their which some of it was not really.
Yeah,
I
understood.
think that.
Yeah,
Or they'd be take their shirts off and you're like, if you don't want to walk by, like, just
yeah.
don't touch me. Please just don't touch me.
Or
Just
you
don't.
say to him, the mosh pit's that way, dude. Uh,
Oh, I'll stay out of
okay.
the mosh pit. They got their shirts off. I'm like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm good. Here's me purelling in the corner. You know?
I'm with you, Lynn.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, please don't touch me. I'm sterile. Like, I have a
No,
heart condition. Don't touch me.
no, it's like, you know what? Well, I'm a big guy. I'm 5'11", and I went to see Hammerfall in Manhattan, and I just for once I wanted to be up front in the stage, so I was basically two, three people back, and the people just crowded me and made me feel very uncomfortable. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna go sit in the back and have a beer. I
yeah.
sit for half the show, and that's good enough. And yeah, I don't like people invading my space that close.
No, I hear you. Listen,
Yeah,
that's why when I have GA to a show or like when I get pit, lately I've been getting pit tickets to a lot of shows.
right,
I don't go in the middle. Everybody wants to be in the center, and I get it, but
right.
I can't at 5'1" be in
Yeah,
the middle, in the center, in the pit. I'll end up over the friggin' thing and the security guards, and I'm too old for that shit. Like
right,
I want to see the show, so I either go to the right
right.
or I go to the left, depending on who I'm seeing and what guitar player and what bass
Makes
player and where I
sense.
want to be. Like,
Yeah.
but I go to the sides, and then typically I'm okay against the
Okay.
barricade. But right in that middle, yeah, it's kind of rough.
Yeah.
Even
I
for Godsmack recently, I went and
yeah.
this big guy he was trying to do a circle pit, and I'm like, dude, really? Like, it's little kids, and then people that are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Stop,
Yeah. Yeah.
stop. You win. No one wants to mosh you.
Yeah. Right.
I'll break a hip at this point.
Yep. I hear
I
you.
mean, I would try, like, and I would do it for fun because I'll do it
Mhm.
with my friends for fun. but I'm not seriously throwing elbows. Like, I don't want a bloody nose,
Yeah, that's
Like,
just stupid.
I'll do it for fun. You wanna push around like a little pinball machine? Alright, I can do that.
Right.
But I'm not doing windmills or
Yeah,
whatever the hell they're doing. Ain't happening.
I don't get it. I mean, I can understand, slamming your shoulder into somebody, but throwing the arms, I don't get that.
Yeah. It's like
I
that point you just wanna kill someone. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's why I box a couple days a week with my trainer.
Oh, good for you.
So I don't have to do it to anybody else,
Yeah, all right. Very
you know?
cool.
Yeah.
So,
But I had a blast tonight. Thank you so much. It was good
well,
hanging with you the
thank
other
you for
day. It was
being
really
on.
nice.
This is very cool.
I'm
And
glad I was the first chick on your show.
yes,
That's freaking awesome.
yep. Thank you so
That's
much for
awesome.
being on. We'll have to do
Yeah, I'll come
this
back anytime.
project. Yeah. I
And I
mean,
hope everybody out there on Jack's show has a really Merry Christmas. I apologize for my dogs getting in the feed
uh,
and barking, but
no worries. I mean,
I'm an animal lover. They have to come first. What could I do,
it's funny. Pete has dogs that don't even bark. He's got two huskies, and I still hear them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my dogs bark. They
Yeah.
scratch at my door if I'm in here and they know I'm in here. They're like, "Yo, we know you're in there. Open up."
And who's the one who has a cat that climbs on his head? Is that Ryan?
Yeah, somebody climbs on Ryan's head. Is it a cat?
Yeah.
No, Ryan's got a dog that climbs on his head.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
a little dog.
Right. Oh, okay.
It's a little dog. Yeah, I think it's a little dog.
That's
But
funny. All right.
either way, yeah, my dog, they think that I told you that dog that was on top of me, like he thinks he's a lap dog. He
Right.
will come up on me and he'll put his butt right on my lap and sit on me. And I'm like,
Oh, I wish
you're
Ryan
like
would do that.
70 pounds. You're 70 pounds.
Well,
Like,
I have a
okay,
70
cool.
I have a 70-pound collie shepherd mix, and she won't sit on my lap ever. I wish she would, but
No, you don't.
no. Okay.
No, I mean, he's good. It's sometimes a little too much.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Especially when I'm trying to work from home. I'm like,
Right.
like this was fun, whatever the dogs, but like if I'm on a professional Zoom call,
Yeah.
they kind of frown upon dogs getting in the camera.
Really?
I'm trying to if I'm trying to do a presentation or I'm talking to
Oh,
people and
yeah.
there's, you
Understood.
know, VPs or senior VPs on the call, it's like they don't really like.
Well, are you able to just, mute yourself and
Now I'm starting a new job actually in
yeah,
January. So now I have the legislature that I'm getting sworn in the
right.
first week of January, and I'm starting a new business development job. So,
Oh, well,
I'll be in the field a little bit with that. So thank God
okay, well,
I don't really have to roll up to an office. I don't really
best
have to do a lot from home, but
best of luck to you. I
yeah, yeah, I like to be
hope
in the
it all
field.
works
Field's where
out.
it's at.
On January 5th, I will be heading back to Daytona Beach for another week of fun in the sun, but,
Ah,
it's
I'm
actually
jealous.
well, 2 things. Number 1, it's my mother's birthday today, so happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Mom.
Mom.
I love you. And it's gonna be their 60th anniversary, so that's what we're going down
Oh, God
for.
bless. Happy
Yeah,
anniversary to them.
yeah.
Should we sing happy anniversary? Happy
Happy birthday.
anniversary.
There you go.
I'm such a dork. It's okay.
That's okay. It's all good. All in good fun. Hey, I
Yeah.
like to laugh on this show, so
Well, I mean, listen, aside from music, laughter is the best medicine.
oh, absolutely.
And
That's
if I can't laugh at myself, then,
right. All
F
right.
it. Who can you laugh at?
Yes, very cool. So again,
All
thank
right.
you so much for being on.
Thank you.
This
Have
was
a Merry Christmas and a really Happy New Year to you, your wife, your family, your parents, and all your viewers out there.
well, thank you, and same to you and your family and
Thanks.
your constituents. And I
Awesome.
have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So,
Appreciate that. Thanks,
and
Jack.
for my viewers, I will get another chance to wish everybody, Merry Christmas. So stay tuned for that and be
Nice.
well. Godspeed. Bye.